Sixes.
Yes,
The Loyalist. I am
man.
married to a six.
I love me some
sixes.
sixes.
Aren't they wonderful?
Yeah,
And I've heard
I
you.
do.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Didn't you say once that up to 50% of the population are Enneagram sixes?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teachers
There's a lot of
speculate it, right? That there are more sixes. The second number would be nines.
They are committed. They are practical and loyal. The sixes are worst case scenario thinkers. That is my wife, who are motivated by fear and the need for security. I would say my wife is she's chairman of the board of a human trafficking organization.
Yeah.
And she's incredibly bold. But she does see, 2 mornings ago, I was lightly reprimanded when I woke up because I did not wake up to the tornado sirens in the neighborhood to protect the family.
You can't make
And I'm
it
literally
up.
like, hon, I was sleeping.
Yeah.
I slept through them.
Yeah.
Like if I would have heard them, I would have. I don't know what I'm going to do for a tornado. Throw another blanket on the bed.
No, you can't make it up. It's so good. This stuff is so predictable and habitual. I mean, seriously, when I go into companies, right, and I'm doing a large workshop,
yes,
they look at me sometimes like I invented fire. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I wish I'd invented the Enneagram, but they just kind of look at me like, "How did you know that?
Yeah, how did you know that about me?
Yeah, that's creepy. You know?
Great risk assessment people.
Do you have one? Do you have one in house?
I have one in my home.
Right, in your home. But
I have one in my bedroom.
How about Storybrand?
Well, Betsy works at Storybrand.
Okay.
So she does a little bit of risk assessment.
You need one.
I need one because I will literally, I mean, I found myself, oh my gosh, I won't even tell you stories.
Yeah.
I rented a car the other day at an airport. It's 10 at night. I was so exhausted, but it happened to be a convertible. And I just had to hit 100 miles per hour, knowing that there's probably not cops out this late. And how long could I hold 100 miles per hour on a California freeway? I had so much fun.
So I have a friend of mine who's a 6, and he likes to say that he has pre-traumatic stress disorder.
That is such a great way to say it.
It's true, though.
But I got to the hotel and realized, oh, my wife's not with me. That's why I went 100 miles per hour for as long as I could.
Yeah.
Dues with, by the way, I didn't really do that, California Highway Patrol. Dues with a 6. How do you treat them? What do you do?
Okay, so 6s have an endless stream of questions and doubts.
Okay.
Okay. So if you bring a plan to the table with them, they're going to start asking you a lot of questions. It's not because they're questioning your authority or your ability. What they want to know is, have you thought through all the things that could go wrong if we implement this plan?
Gotcha.
And what will be my role in it? Like, what will I do?
What's the role part? What are they?
What am I going to do if something goes wrong? Am I going to be prepared?
Are we going to be okay?
Are we going to be okay?
Yeah.
Do I know what's expected of me should things go south on us?
Yeah.
Right? Now, once you've got them on board, they're the most loyal people in the world.
Yes, Betsy is she's such a loyalist. Yeah. I mean, literally in our home, we really, and I've learned this, I really can't speak. I mean, I can say something negative about somebody like, that person was a little bit annoying tonight or whatever. Right. I can't go much further than that because Betsy will say, no, stop. And she will be so fiercely loyal, not just to her friends, to my friends. Mm-hmm. And you just don't. And it's actually made a wonderful kind of marriage because you have this emergency brake that's always going, we don't talk about people that way.
Oh, no.
And what she's really saying is we keep those relationships strong. That's our security blanket.
Well, because they forge strong alliances because because they're good people, number one. Mm-hmm. But number two, because strong alliances create networks in which you feel safe and secure.
That's right. Right. Yeah. And hey, what a gift to have a 6 in your life.
So you better listen. So I tell 3, 7s, and 8s all the time.
Listen to your 6.
You need one, and you're sometimes going to feel like they're throwing a wet blanket on your plans, or they're always.
Sometimes I do sometimes feel that, but you realize the upside of it is so great.
So I did a corporate gig recently for a company where I swear to you, I had 85 7s in the room. I am not kidding you. I got off the airplane.
You told me the name of everybody would know who we're talking about. Yeah, it's a company that does like fundraising.
Yeah, I mean they're a great company. Yeah. Right. The chairman is a 7. The kinds of work they do requires tons of 7s. I've never had so much fun doing a gig in my whole life. I got off the plane. They're handing me Cohiba cigars, like margaritas, drinks
Everything's
with
a party.
Like umbrellas coming out of them, right? And so he's a 7. His number 2 is a 6. They've been best friends for 30 years, 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
Right. And so I got both of them up on a panel, and the last panel I did, because I bring people up front a lot of times in workshops and just interview them, right? And I said, tell me about the nature of your relationship, right? And the 7 said, if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here. He said, he's the one who thinks through, he says, I have so many ideas like monkey mind, popcorn going off in my head. And he said, I'd chase all of them, even if they're risky.
Right.
And he's the one who says, now, hold
if
on
we do
one
that,
second.
we're gonna.
Yeah. What about the cash flow? So just really quick, I'm talking to the group, and I happen to notice him staring at the ground. And I pay attention when people sort of start to what I call dissociate, right? They kind of look off into space, or they're staring at the ground. And because I knew him and I had good rapport with the room, I said, let me just stop everybody for 1 second. I just want to ask so-and-so, what are you thinking right now? And he looked up at me like that, and he goes, if we have enough, I don't know if it was cash flow or reserves to make payroll this month. And everyone else in the room went, good, that's great, So that's, the importance of sixes in the world, man. They keep us together,
Okay, with sixes, we want to patiently ask questions about the initiatives and address their concerns, be transparent, treat people fairly, and deliver on what you promise. I'm reading right from the document, storybrand.com/Enneagram if you want it. Don't do this with a 6. Don't do what?
Don't ignore them when they point out the flaws in the plan.
Don't trivialize those
Don't
flaws.
trivialize. And whatever you do, don't minimize their anxieties about something.
Yeah, I learned that with my wife.
Mm-hmm. Because if you say
really
to them,
helpful.
if you say to them, you're such a pessimist, they'll look at you dead serious and go, I'm a realist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to minimize those. You also don't want to let them slip so far into analysis paralysis that they fall into one of their weaknesses, which is making decisions.
Yeah, they don't love making decisions.
No.
My wife will write an email to somebody that basically says, can you get together for lunch at noon?
Mm-hmm.
And she will read that email to me and says, does this sound okay?
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah. Do you want to get together at lunch tomorrow at noon? Sounds great.
Yep.
And then 30 minutes later.
So she turned to the authority.
Or she turned to somebody, yeah. I mean,
right, because they don't trust their internal guidance system.
Right.
She's relying on yours. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if we were doing a marriage podcast, I would give you some advice on that would
What's
help
hilarious
her
is 30 minutes later, she'll say, can I read it to you again?
Yeah.
And it'll say, at noon tomorrow, I'd like to get lunch.
Yeah.
Are you available?
Yeah. Is that,
I'm like,
is that common in the right place?
That also works. Yeah, that's exactly.
Will they be okay with this? Yeah.
But where that's great is often I'll say, babe, I'm so frustrated with this person. I think they've insulted a member of my staff. I'm willing to lose the money. And so how's this email? I hate your guts, and I want you to die of food poisoning. And she'll say, let's not say it that way.
Right. Yeah. We could probably find some different language to communicate the same material without, torturing
Exactly.
them.
They are very, very helpful.